Alright everybody, we're out here on site, just recovered a lost ring, but I want to take this time on this video to talk about how do you go look for a lost ring. Stay tuned, we'll talk about it. Alright, one of the first things you want to do is find out how it was lost. What I mean by that was a guy throwing a ball and it came off his finger and he saw it come off. Did he walk in the house, get ready to take a shower, and start taking the stuff off and the ring was missing, so you don't know where he lost it then. You got to find out the situation of how it was lost. If the person saw it come off their hand, you have a pretty good chance of finding it. If they say, well, I was gardening the whole yard and all of a sudden I looked down, it was gone, you know, you still can find it. I've done it, but I have not found it on situations like that too. Even when they saw it come off, I've done them in the water where they were throwing the ball. A couple times I've recovered them in the water. A little bit harder, especially when you got the waves and sand turning all. You can lose them pretty fast out there. But if they saw it come off, you got a much better chance. But even then, sometimes you can. I had one person said they threw the ball and they lost it. I looked everywhere and couldn't find it. It was on the roof. They actually threw it up onto the roof. I couldn't believe that. But anyway, but you do have a lot better chance if you know the situation that the item was lost in. So if they got a general idea and they saw it come off, they actually saw it come off, you're good to go. All right, the next thing you want to do is figure out what kind of signals could give you. Was it gold? Was it sterling silver? Was it platinum? What was the ring made of? And if you can find an item similar to what was lost, you could actually take your detector over top of it and get a very good idea of the reading. Is it going to be a fit? You know, of course, on the dash, is it going to be a 40? Is it going to be a 50, a 60, 70? What range is it going to be in? That way you're looking for that particular range. If you got earrings, and it's a decent sized earring, if they got the other one, put it on the ground, run your detector over it, you know exactly the number. Because that way you can avoid having to dig any number but that number. That makes a big difference too. Next thing, if it came off and you got normal ground, it's not sinking in the sand somewhere or something, you know it's going to be on top of the ground somewhere or hidden under the grass. So you can cut your sensitivity down, and that way you're not going so deep. You're not trying to dig something really deep in the ground. All right, the next thing you got to do is you got to set up a grid in the area that you're looking in. You don't just randomly walk around. Go ahead and grid it off. Start section it off, because it could be outside that grid. You have to set up another grid, but go ahead and grid off the main area you think it's in. Cover it really good. Grid that area off. Once you do that, if you haven't found it, you can start gridding off other areas beside it, because when that gold is heavy, it could actually fling a pretty good ways away from where they think it went. So definitely do a grid system when you first start off trying to find it. Like I say, set your detector off so it's only looking for very shallow targets. You're not digging pins ground. Normally you can take, if it's a ring, you can always take your pin pointer. If you get a hit, you put the pin pointer on the ground and you don't hear it, that ain't it, because it's going to be right on top or just in the grass, or you'll hear it with the pin pointer. So you don't need to be digging. I brought my shovel because I want to dig a couple other things, but you don't need a shovel if you're looking on the ground. Just take your pin pointer, and normally you'll find 99% of the time you'll find it right on top of the ground. But sometimes now, if you had people walking trying to help them find it, if they cut the grass, if they lawnmower run on top, it can push it in the ground an inch or so. So you got, in those scenarios, you might have to do a little more, not digging, but a little bit under the surface of the earth if somebody's pushed it in the ground with their foot or something. So you might look just a little bit, but you can usually do it with your fingers or gloves on. But anyway, I just wanted to take the time to give a couple tips on trying to find a lost ring. I hope you'll have a lot of success out there finding them. Like I said, I just found the platinum ring here for a guy. He was throwing the ball, fell in the yard. He had rented a detector, couldn't find it. And it was hidden pretty good. It took me a little while to actually find it myself once I got a target. I had to actually dig a little bit with my fingers because it had been pushed down. Maybe he stepped on or something, you know, but it was actually pushed in the ground pretty good. So you do have to look kind of hard sometimes, but it's always awesome. It's fun. The most fun I ever have is returning a lost ring. So any of y'all interested in doing that, you can also join theringfinders.com if you're interested. And this guy here called me from me being on that site. Just Google ring finder area and I come up. So anyway, appreciate everybody coming on this video. If you got any questions, shoot me an email. Don't forget to click like, comment below, share, subscribe to the Gigmaster. We'll see you on the next ring find. Take care.